Alright guys, when I started in the business, everybody used Everflo or SureFlow pumps. And you know, depending on which YouTuber you watch, they swore by them and then they get a deal with somebody else and then they use a different one and swear by them, and then they get a deal with somebody else and they swear by them. This is my third one. The first one lasted me for a year and a half. I swapped it out. The other one lasted me almost a year, and this one has lasted about 3 months. From the very get-go, when I got this pump, I would always get a hissing, and if I still have the video, I'll show you. No matter how tight I got my hoses from here to here to here to here, no matter how tight I got them, I always had like a hissing, and it seems like there was always some air getting in it, but it worked. So I go do a roof wash the other day, works just fine, right? I mean, like no issues whatsoever. I go in there, the way I have mine set up is I have a battery box here. Have a battery box with my batteries right there, toggle switch, and I have it on a quick connect. So anyway, I use this pump to transfer my bleach. When I get them in drums, I transfer it to the mix tank. I transfer it to an extra drum I may have because I always haul them on the truck. But I don't know what happened with this pump. The box wasn't flooded or anything, but as you can see right here, I got like some green or something oozing out. Well, that right there, when I had a mixture, or when the pump was going dead on me, I had air coming out of that port right there. I tried to take the screw off. Of course, it's like seized up in there, it's not coming out. So I don't know what this part of the pump is where these two wires are, but I had air coming out here instead of flowing through like it should. Just a quick tip, I was finishing up transferring, getting ready for today, the day yesterday, and it sounded squeaky. I know it's a diaphragm pump, but it sounded like it was just barely running, but it was squeaking. And I thought, well, maybe it's, you know, it's just having to clean itself out, which I always flush these pumps. It doesn't matter if I'm going to the next job, I will still flush that pump out. That's why I have this hose right here. I got a little bucket and I'll flush it out every time. But for whatever reason, this one just didn't last. I don't know what the deal was with it. You know, I know that we work in an industry where, you know, these are like obsolete. You use it, you make your money with it, get another one. But at the same time, you want the stuff to work the way you want it to. So this one didn't. So I have another one on the way. This was my backup. The other ones have lasted me over a year. And so I honestly figured this one would last me through the year. I just changed it out 3 months ago and I haven't even used it that much. And so I didn't have a backup. Yeah, I know, you gotta have a backup of everything. But it crapped out. I don't know why. And when I first got it and plugged it in, it kept popping fuses. Now, you know, maybe you guys have had something similar to that. But when I first got this, it kept popping fuses like crazy. Same hookup. All I did was unhook the old one and hook the new one in. Never had an issue with the other pump. But from the first day I started using it, I got a lot of air in the lines. Never could trace that down, so I just got used to it hissing like it had a bad check valve, and then it kept popping fuses on me. I had 30 amp fuses. I ended up just going and buying a big pack of them, and then it's like eventually that quit doing that. I don't know what caused that or made it go away, but it quit doing that. The last few jobs I didn't have that issue with, but for whatever reason it crapped out today. So I was going to get a Remco locally, but they wanted $280 for it, and I was like, there's no way. I mean, these are $125, $130, and I'm not paying $300 for a pump. So anyway, I've never used the bleach pumps. I've been asked about those. I've never used those before. Honestly, don't intend to. These have always been good. Now, if this keeps crapping out like it craps out again, then, I will. But the battery was charged. I had a green light on my charger, so I know it wasn't a battery. It just crapped out. I got one little spot about that big sprayed today, and then that was it. So anyway, we'll get that one ordered and get it shipped here and get hooked up. We'll be back in business.